Right, hello everyone, welcome to another achievement hunting video. Now I am on Lego Hobbit again, going for the Unassessably Wealthy achievement, which is 50G, and you've got to collect 10 billion studs, I believe. Now, what I recommend doing, quickest way and method that I have found, is coming to Bree. Obviously you land here on the eagle statue. Now, once you land there, attach the horseshoe mithril boots, which is in the treasure trove. I recommend doing this as well. Make sure you've 100%ed the game, make sure you've got tracked studs on, and make sure you've got all of the multiplying studs, otherwise this won't work. So that is attract studs on, and then also 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 all on as well. Now once you've done that, horseshoe mithril boots as I said, and then there is a plank up here. You're going to want to come there, jump near that. It will attract all the studs. I will show you in a minute. Run past the doorway, you'll get all the studs in there, and I will show you how much you get. I believe it's about 120 million. But once you do that, you want to run to the blacksmith, run back out, leave immediately, sort of thing. So as I said, run past the door, which is 3 blue studs and a purple one. Up near the plank, jump, and then that is another purple one and another few blue ones as well. And then as I said, run all the way back to the blacksmith. Door will open, you run in, run back out again, nice and quick. You're getting 120 million each time. Now I'll keep doing this. I've not even done the achievement yet, if I'm completely honest. I just found this method out. I just came to Bree for something, and I just noticed running past there and there I get shitloads of points. So I'm just going to keep doing that, and 120 million per trip. It's going to take me about 5-10 minutes, if that. So within that time, I'm going to talk about Lego Hobbit. If you haven't got it, get it. One of the best Lego games I've played. My favourite before this was Lego Marvel's Superheroes. That was a fun game. Big map, not as big as this one, but it didn't take as long to complete. I've been trying this one for about 2-3 weeks now. There's a lot more collectibles hidden in awkward spaces, and the fact that you've got to collect mithril studs to be able to get stuff from the blacksmith, and then you've also got to get gold, iron, tin, diamonds, ruby, emerald, sapphire, wood, fish, baguettes, carrots, stone, meat. Have I missed any out? Copper, and there may be a few other bits as well. But it does take a long time, but it is such a fun game to play. I did enjoy it, and even though it has took me a long time to complete, I still am pleased I played it. It's not one of those games where I play it for so long I'm just begging for it to end. I'm just pleased that I have finally managed to 100% it in a minute with the final 50G achievement. I'm pleased I've managed to do it, because I've got 100% record so far with Lego games on the Xbone now, because I've got Marvel Superheroes, as I said, and also Lego Movie, the video game, and Lego Hobbit. 100% is the other two, nearly done this one, whatever percentage I'm on, like 95%, and then I'm done. I'm going to move on to another game, but these are really easy games to 100%, so that's one good thing about it. And there's a lot of characters, there's a lot of fun missions in it as well, I must say. I've managed to, because of this game, managed to remember all the names of the dwarves. I mentioned this in my previous video I did about how to get the oh, I can't remember what it was. What was it I was getting in achievement? Conjurer of Cheap Tricks. Yeah, so it's Thorin, Keely, Feely, Balin, Dwalin, Owen, Glowin, Nori, Dory, Ori, Bofa, Bifar, and Bomber. So they're the 13 dwarves. I even know the relatives and this, that, and all that. I'm a big fantasy nerd and a big RPG player, so this is why I know this stuff. Don't judge me on it. Keely and Feely, Thorin's nephews. Balin and Dwalin, they're both brothers, and they're third cousins of Thorin. And Owen and Glowin, both brothers, and also third cousins of Thorin. And then you've got Nori, Dory, and Ori, who are all his third kinsmen or something, and then Bofor and Bomber are brothers, and then their cousin is Bifar, but they're not related to Thorin. They are from descendant of Moria, so there we go. teaching you a few bits there. So yeah, if you do like The Hobbit, then get this game. It's just so good. I just can't wait for the third one to come out in December time. So I'm really looking forward to that big time now. I did play the first half of this because I watched the first Hobbit. When did I watch it? I can't remember when I watched the first one. It must have been a good couple of months ago, or further back than that. So when I first got this game, I hadn't seen the second Hobbit, so I had to borrow it off of a friend to be able to play the second half of this game. So do not play the second half of this game unless you have. If you've seen the second Hobbit, then you can play it. If you haven't, don't play it, because there's so many spoilers in it, you will just ruin the movie for yourself. So it's good, but don't ruin the movie. I've managed to ruin the movie, the third one, the Battle of the Five Armies, by reading the wiki. Now, I knew what happened in the books, kind of, and I know that the books for Lord of the Rings are different to the movie as well, because I know in the books, well, I say I know, I'm pretty sure in the books, Frodo throws himself into the lava with the ring, but in the film, Peter Jackson keeps him alive. So I'm hoping they change the ending to The Hobbit. I'm not going to say what happens, but there is just a couple of disappointing aspects to it, in my opinion, that I think should be changed to make it a better film, like several characters coming back from the past. It's just, I say coming back from the past, I don't mean like that. I mean, how can I put it? Now, nothing I've said is a spoiler. You don't know who's going to die, who's going to survive, but it's just there's a couple of characters in it that they shouldn't have there, in my opinion. So, other than that, it should be a pretty good film. But I think they should just change a couple of aspects to it, as it will just ruin it, in my opinion, because I like films with good endings. I watched I Am Legend, good film, the ending ruined it completely, so I'm hoping that the ending to The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies doesn't ruin the whole three of the films, because so far the first two have been absolutely phenomenal, on par with Lord of the Rings, but I just have a feeling that they might ruin it with the ending to Battle of the Five Armies, which is out later this year, which I can't wait to go and watch. So that's definitely on my to-do list, and I don't know if they're going to bring out a separate game for this or just bring out the add-on. It'll probably bring out an add-on for it, but as I said, don't go onto the wiki, because it just tells you the whole Battle of the Five Armies, to like what's happening, who's there, and why they're there, and the reason for them being there and why they're there. I don't like a couple of the characters I don't think should be battling, but that's in my opinion, and it's not going to fully ruin the film. It's not going to fully ruin it, but I just don't think they should be really involved in the whole battle. But never mind. But I'm looking forward to the third game. I do need to start doing more achievements for this. These are like the only 2 achievements I've done in the whole 3 games. Now I know on Lego Superheroes I managed to show you guys a few of the characters off and how to get the studs quickly. Now I wish that they had collect ghost studs on this, because that would speed the whole process up like tenfold, so it'd be so much better. Because if you're a Lego player, then you do know that ghost studs are the highest valued studs there is. But unfortunately, they don't have a red brick to be able to collect ghost studs on this, so I'm having to run around doing this method. I think there is another method as well that means you have to, I can't remember, I think it might be near the Carrack, where you've got to go and there's a purple stud, and if you step away from it, it just keeps coming back. So there is that method as well, but I prefer this one. I don't know why I prefer this one, because I found this one. I think I found this one. I don't know anyone else who's found this one. I haven't seen a video of this one, but I know I worked this one out for myself. Only because I ran past that and ran past that and noticed that I got shitloads of coins. But it's good fun. I've been doing this for 9 minutes now, and like I'm a third of the way through, and then you've also got to add on all the studs that I've had before and that I've spent, and I've spent quite a lot of studs on collecting treasure. I mean, I've got so much stuff left over now, just because I just went over there at about 50 million studs or something to complete off the rest of the building crap. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to save myself time, and I bought about 500 of everything, so I didn't have to go mine it or find it and this, that and all the other. But it's a good game. It is a fun game. So much collectibles on it, so much to do. Detail's pretty good as well, I must say, for the parts that aren't Lego. And I'm just hoping that the trilogy stays good. I mean, I've already watched the second one twice in the space of about a week. So that's how much I like it. Usually I won't watch a film like straight after the other one, but that I could watch it again tomorrow. I could easily sit down and watch the first Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, and also watch The Desolation of Smaug, both in the same day, straight after one another, even. So good films. Looking forward to the third one so much, hoping it's a bit different to the books. Peter Jackson will probably change it, because I know he did Lord of the Rings. Now, a lot of you guys, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but a lot of you guys probably know, if you've read The Hobbit, what happens in the ending of it. I don't want that to happen. I want it to be changed. Peter Jackson probably will change it, begging he changes it. So I'm not going to give out any spoilers. I know there's a lot of people on YouTube that are giving out spoilers to it and just ruining the film for everyone. Don't. This is a don't. If you don't want it to be ruined, do not watch Ed Sheeran, Icy Fire, if you haven't seen the second one. And also, don't read the comments if you want to see the third one without what's happening, because a lot of people on there are ruining it for everyone. So unfortunately, they're just being dicks and trolls. There's a couple of funny comments on it, like, I hate the part where Dumbledore dies, and people are like, that's Harry Potter, you twat. And it's like, I can't believe people are actually falling for this. But it's a good music video. It definitely fits in with the film. But there's spoilers on the comments of that. Spoilers for the second film in the video of it. Spoilers for the second film in the game. So if you haven't seen the second film, honestly, watch it as soon as you can, because you are missing out big time. I'm probably going to end the video here now, because I've done a lot of talking. I've told you what I think about the game. Very, very good game. So much collectibles. Not very easy to 100%, because the collectibles can be bitches at times. So there's a lot of work you have got to put into this. I've spent a long time on this. I don't even know what my playtime is. I can have a look, see what sort of time I've spent on it, just so you guys have a brief idea. I've spent about 45 hours on it, which isn't huge amounts, but I'm sort of good with Lego games because of the amount I've played them in the past. So I can sort of see where a collectible is going to be, and I always double check, make sure. So that's me going through the mission. I've had to go through missions maximum of 3 times. So I did it the first time to complete the game. So then I could go through them a second time, free play, and then that's when I get the Master Burglar, which is get the set amount of studs you need to in the level, and then I've got all the schematics, all the mini kits, and also all the treasure items. So I have occasionally missed 1 or 2 bits out, and then had to go through it again, found them, and then that's it, done. So it is quick, but if you don't know what you're looking for, it can be a long game. And it's not the shortest of games. It's nowhere near the shortness of Lego Movie the video game. That took me minimal hours. I can have a look for you and tell you in comparison. Lego, I haven't played that for a long time. Bloody hell. Scrolling all the way back here. Most recent. Cool. I've played Xbox 360 games recently. More recent than that. Right, here we go. That took me 16 hours. So that's what I mean by there's a big difference on it. 45 hours this, 16 hours on that. And I'll have a look at video Lego Marvels, right. that was 45 hours as well, but I've got to take an account for that. I did do quite a few videos on players for reviews. So, yeah, there is a bit of a gap there between video game and this and superheroes, but this one is probably the best of the three, longest of the three. If you do, you can probably overplay this, and then it will get a little bit monotonous. But there is quite a few characters you got to get, which is fun. And then you've got also all the treasure items which you find in the levels or by doing side quests, and then the mithril ones which you have to find the schematics for, and that's an achievement as well. Perfectly smithing all them, and then loot as well. You've got to get all this to be able to do the side missions. I've spent up all my mithril bricks, all 250 of them, for doing my smithing. And as you can see, 32 schematics, 32 red bricks, all the mini kits, and all 16 of the master burglars, and all 98 characters. So I'm halfway there as well now for this final achievement, which is going to be a long process for me. So I'm going to put a bit of music on while I do this, because otherwise it's just going to get so boring. But yeah, just chill out, have a drink, and just keep going. To and fro is one method. Another method, probably take a little bit longer, jump on a horse, run through with all the multipliers and attract studs on. I don't mean run through this bit, I mean just go through the whole map, just keep running through. And then there's also another one on YouTube where you can just stand next to a purple stud and it'll just keep coming back. But this one is my method. This one's my method, because I don't know if anyone else has done this one. So this is mine. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this has helped you out. Enjoy watching the second movie if you haven't, and try not to ruin the third movie for yourself, because I didn't want to know what was going to happen in the third movie, but my curiosity took the best of me, and I ended up looking, because I'd never read the books, but I just wikied it. I was on the Lord of the Rings wiki looking at Gundabad elves and that. Gundabad orcs, right, third time lucky. Gundabad orcs. I was looking at them and their descendants, and I was also looking at Beorn because I wanted to know a little bit more about him. And then I noticed something, Battle of the Five Armies, because they was originally going to call the third movie There and Back Again, but it was a pretty crap title, so they've called it Battle of the Five Armies. Read up all about it, and I know the armies that are there, the casualties, this, that and all the other, so it's kind of ruined the third film, but that is with the books. That is books only, so the film can be different, because the Lord of the Rings is different to the books. And that was also done by Peter Jackson, so hopefully he'll change a few bits as well. And it won't be long before we find out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I hope this has helped you all out, because I know collecting all the studs and for the achievement can be the most monotonous thing. But once you're done, you can move on to another game. So 100%ed. I don't know what I'm going to go on to next. I'm going to have to record some more Plants vs Zombies, I think, because I'm still quite a distance away from doing the achievement on that. But that's another game, so I won't even bother boring you with it. So I'll speak to you all again soon in the next video. Cheers for watching, take care of yourselves, and bye bye.